1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 1 1 2 1 2. One, two, guys. 1 2 1 2. All right. Let me know if you're locked in, locked on, and if you can hear loud and clear, because do you know what, guys? Oh my goodness. If you ever knew the trouble I went through to get this set up, and my heart's pounding me right now as I speak to you guys, but let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. It sounds a bit off. Perfect, thank you. It sounds a bit off in my ears, but once you guys can hear me, that's what counts. Big up yourself inside. Big up Nicole. Big up Lovey. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'm gonna play around with the mic a little bit because it's really coming out low on my end, but trust me, tonight's show is guaranteed. Hey, listen, it's guaranteed to be a very insightful one. Let's talk from love to bitterness. Oh my gosh, this topic is serious, and I think 90% of everyone that's been in love or had a relationship, they've seen both sides. They've definitely seen the loving side and they've seen the bitter side, and it can be crazy. It could be actually deadly. So this is a very important topic. It's one that I can really connect to and relate to. So when I talk about this topic and when I bring this topic to you guys, just know that I'm bringing it from the heart. I'm bringing it with empathy. I'm bringing it with a meaning, and something that we can all learn from and take away from, because it ain't a joke, man. Because listen, love and hate is just a thin line. It's definitely a thin line, yeah. Alright, give me a minute. I'm gonna check the microphone can you guys hear me nice and clear? Big up Nicole, big up Lav, hold tight Joanna, big up my Dominican crew. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. It does sound muffled in my ears, but I'm gonna quickly double check the settings and I'll be right back with you guys, okay? Thank you. Big up yourself. 1 2 1 2. Oh, okay. Do you know what? I fixed it. It was just volumes. It's just volumes. You see that lighting in the background going crazy. Yes, man, if you just joined us, it's a Let's Talk Radio podcast show each and every Wednesday. Well, not each and every Wednesday, but definitely on a Sunday. By God's grace, 8 p.m. right here, live and direct. We'll be talking about what you guys want to talk about. We'll be learning. There's no opinion that's wrong, right, whatever. We're just learning together. And tonight's show, if you just joined us, let's talk from love to bitterness and co-parenting. Very serious topic. Love says it sounds a bit funny. It sounds clearer now, right? I see you deleted your comment. Big up, Lav. Big up all my crew listening. Hey, listen, before I even move forward, I need to know that you're with us. So if you're with us, just send a shout out, man. And tonight, you know what? It's up to you guys, because I'm giving away a cash prize. But under two circumstances, that we get 20 new subscribers and we get 100 viewers. So if I was you, go ahead and share, please, guys. Share. If you just locked in, share, please. This topic is gonna be definitely one not to miss. Big up Shaw, thank you for joining us. Where you been hiding, man? Where have you been hiding, Shaw? Long time no see. Definitely go ahead and share this one. This one's gonna be a serious topic, man. Because you know what? For those of you that have children or have a child or know someone that has a child, I think, let's start off with those of you that's been in love. Listen, when you're hurt, sometimes it's crazy and hard to control your emotions. Been there, done that. I'm not the type to go out to hurt someone. If I've been hurt, I'll probably go more myself. Some people, and I'm sorry to say this, but for the most part, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I think ladies, you should agree with me here. If I'm lying, tell me no, it's not true. But women can get really bitter when they're hurt. They can. Let's be real. I think men can be spiteful, but women can be bitter. Let's be real out here. Let's be real. Women can be bitter. Is what it is. It is what it is. But when it when it comes to dealing with children, man, when it really comes to dealing with children, we really got to think about how we go about doing things. Yes, love can be painful, it can hurt. Yes, we know this. But there is something called a choice and control. We definitely need to control ourselves. And remember, it's the kids. It's all about the children. Because this is what this topic's going to be. Aside from the love to bitterness, it's about the kids. How we deal with our children, or the children that's involved when you go through that unfortunate breakup. And the biggest thing I'm going to say, man, if you guys were good before the breakup, as far as the kids had a good relationship with either the mother or the father, make that be the primary focus. Continue that. Okay? Women, if you've been hurt by a guy, it's not right. If they've done you wrong, it's definitely not right. And I'm not saying I agree with it, and I'm not saying, just ignore it and just live. But remember, the child is the focus. Focus on the child. That child still deserves the best. They didn't come into the world alone. They didn't ask. Well, they came along, but they didn't ask to be here. Can you believe there's people out here suing their parents for bringing them into this world? It's mad. They did not ask to be here. So the least you can do is, as parents, whether you're together or not, but we're talking about when it's over and it's horrible. When you come together and you're doing things for that child, listen, real talk. It is all about them. Swallow your pride and deal with that child. Please, 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 please. Because you have to remember, that's why I keep saying there's no such thing as the perfect relationship, because there's no perfect people. There's no such thing as perfect people. So there's never going to be a perfect relationship. Never say you're waiting for the right person to come along, because they was the right person while you guys were together. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been together. When you broke up, of course, you're going to say it was the wrong person or whatever. But remember, there was a moment when that person, he or she, was everything to you. So please, if you guys got kids together, just respect each other, man. Just respect, because it's kind of deep. Anyone has any questions, if you just joined, it's a Let's Talk Radio and podcast. Love to bitterness and co-parenting. This is the topic for tonight. And I have some questions. What are the do's and don'ts for co-parenting when there's, a conflict between the two that was together and once in love and it's turned bitter? What are some of the do's and don'ts? I know a few, but audience, crowd, I want you guys to tell me a few of them. The do's and the don'ts. Do's and the don'ts. Big up Rihanna, hold tight. Oh, my Jamaica massive. You're done now. Big up yourself inside the place. Big up, big up, big up, big up. So parents, I know you're here. Some of the do's and don'ts. And let's be real. Have you ever turned bitter towards that person you once loved? Especially if you got a child with that person. Have you ever turned bitter? And where did it get you? Did it do you good? Did it serve you right? Let's be real with each other. Right now I'm asking a question to each and every one of the audience. So let me pick one of you guys out. But some of the do's and the don'ts between ex-partners. Tell me some, okay? I'll give you a minute to think about it. It's not hard. Some of the do's and the don'ts. Definitely. Don't use the child. Do not use the child. Hold them back from one another, and do not do that. That's not the way. This is just a little pink lemonade, man. Listen, Rihanna, if you only know. It was crazy. But anyway, let's stick to the topic. Like I said at the beginning, this is a very serious topic, and I want us to learn from it, and I want us to, if we've just gone through something, that hurt us, a relationship that damaged us, hopefully by listening to this and learning, we'll with intention, we'll change. And I'm not telling you to love that person. You once loved them. Yeah, and deep down you really love them. Because if you didn't, real talk, if you didn't love them, you wouldn't, if you did not love them, you wouldn't be bitter. You wouldn't care. You'll think and put the child first. Okay, guys? Yeah, so the do's and don'ts. Come on, guys, let's get interactive right now. There's plenty. You guys ain't responding. So I'm gonna pick Nicole. Tell me, Nicole and Lav. I'm gonna pick on the two of you guys tonight. So first of all, welcome. Thank you for joining us, Lav, Nicole. Some of the things. Let's be honest now. You guys, I know you guys personally. You guys have children. Have you ever been bitter? Be honest. If you haven't, say you haven't. If you have, Say you have. And I'm not asking you to be specific and say what you did, what bitterness you did. Thank you, Nicole, for keeping it 100. I appreciate that very much. I'm not asking you. It's up to you if you want to say what you did to be bitter, but where did it get you? You can say what you did to be bitter, and did it make things better? Did it make worse? And if so, and if not, tell me the do's and the don'ts when co-parenting with you and your ex. What are some of the do's and the don'ts? And I'm going to dive in with some answers. There you go. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. But do you know what? I'm going to say this loud and clear. You're on the right path. Do you know why, Nick? Because you just admitted it. You just admitted that you've been bitter and it's not getting you nowhere. Therefore, you've acknowledged and you've recognized what you shouldn't be doing. And all you need to do now, you've recognized it, is just turn that around. So big up yourself for recognizing that. Big up yourself, Nicole. And you said it's not getting you nowhere. So guess what? Let's change it. And you can do it. Keep some good people around you. Look, I'm going to be planning some trips. I hope all of you guys can make it. We can link up and have fun. And look, there's so much more to life. Don't be bitter. Let's get with some of the questions and answers here now. Okay, so if you just joined us, it's a Let's Talk Radio and Podcast show. And we're talking about from love to bitterness and co-parenting. So Nicole said, and like you said, it doesn't get you anyway. Lavi says, don't say bad things to your child about the other parent. Absolutely agree. 100%. 100%. Do not do that. Don't do it. Yeah. Keep it about the children and leave the personal feelings out. It's easier said than done. It's very hard. I'll be honest with you. It is very hard, but Nicole, you're very right. I intend to learn a lot tonight since, we're all going to learn. I'm going to learn tonight as well. So guess what? The question was the do's and the don'ts when co-parenting, when there's animosity between the ex-partners. Thank you for those of you who contributed just now. And I'm going to give you some do's right now. And tell me if I'm right or wrong. And tell me if you think this will help. Nicole, big up yourself for answering. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, Charles just jumped in. Argue and cuss in front of your children. It's so hard, but just don't do it. We can. You're strong people. Do you know what I'm saying? We got brains and we know there's stuff that, yes, emotions take, a toll on us. And sometimes it really is hard, but, a lot of times we just have to think before we act, think before we speak. Yeah, some of the do's. Maintain respectful communication. Who agrees with that? Listen, what I'm telling you right now, I don't care if one person takes it in once you take it in. You're going to learn and it's going to make you better. Your partner's so used to you being bitter, they know what to expect when you call bitterness. Change that around. Shock them. Kill them with kindness. Kill them with love. You understand? They'll be shocked. They won't be able to handle that. So, listen, one of the things you need to do, maintain respectful communication. Establish clear boundaries. Eventually they get. Establish clear. Who agrees with what I've just told you? Maintain respectful communication. Establish clear boundaries. Prioritize the children's needs. You guys are done. Prioritize the children's needs. If the other parent is not equal co-partner, the child will see it. Do you know what's so crazy? Do you know what? It's never going to be equal, Do you know what? Who agrees it's never going to be equal? Big up Joanna. She agrees. It is never going to be equal. That's the sad truth. Who can tell me why it would never be equal? It took for me to go through breakups, for me to realize that it will never, it's reality. It's never going to be equal. Who knows why? Who knows why it's never going to be equal? Your drink soon done, man. Cheese and bread. Yes. Agree with us children with what Lavi says. Agree to how to discipline your child. Who agrees that it's never going to be equal? Because guess what? You have to remember when you're breaking up with someone, the worst thing you can do is break up with someone for another person. That's one of the worst things you can do. That is one of the worst things you do. When children are involved, you and that person will forever have a connection. Somehow, especially if the child's young, from birth till they're leaving school, there'll always be A good parent, whether it be the mother or father, will be involved in that child's life. So before you make that decision of breaking up, especially if you got someone new in mind, if that's one of the reasons, because we all go through rough patches, even you getting with that person isn't guaranteed. You might last 3 months, 4 months, a year, 2 years. You still have that child with that other person. And if that new person decides to leave and go, do you look back and think, rah, maybe if I worked it out with my ex, I could have been raising this child the right way? And obviously the right way is definitely, I'm not even saying the right way because I don't want to be judgmental, but the best way I would say is marriage. It just makes sense, logical. Two people becoming as one, having children, raising a family. Children need both parents. Both parents. They need both parents. But guess what? When you break up, you have to understand one parent is going to do more than the other. And usually it is the women. I'm sorry to say it. Usually it's the women. I'm a man and I can put my hand up. Women do more than men. Straight up and down. And big up to all our women out there. You guys are special. If no one ain't told you you're loved, you are loved 100%. Because us man, most of us, we can't do what you guys do. So big up yourself. Never lose that faith. Don't think you're not good enough despite what happened. The fact that you're raising that child, I don't care what man gets involved and says, oh yeah, but I do this, I do that. Once the woman has that child in their custody, they're doing more, straight up. Yeah. Just because you visit birthdays, Christmas, or hold them for a few hours and whatnot. Nah. I'm sorry to burst your bubbles. I'm being real. Respect your women. That alone should make you give the most respect to women. I don't care what they did to you. Yeah. You don't have to respect them in the aspect where, you know what I mean. But definitely for raising your child, respect them. Yeah. But at the same time, give it 100. Do what you can. And women, you also have to understand too, it's not going to be equal. You have to understand it's not going to be equal. If your child is living with you, it cannot be equal. It can't and it won't, because a family has broken up. Yeah. When you've got something that's whole, yeah, imagine this is whole, and I decide to cut it in half or cut it in quarters or whatever, or I spread my wings and it goes elsewhere, it will never be equal. Someone's going to have to take up the slack. Someone will have to take up the slack. You understand? Now, if I've got a child and that child living with their mom, the mom has to wake up, get the child ready for school. And women, you have to accept this as well. Don't be mad at the guy because you guys broke up. This is what happens. She has to get him ready for school. She has to love, nurture him all day. Yes, you being there on the weekends, that's all good. Just do your best. But you have to understand it's never going to be equal and you have to accept it. Okay? So big up everyone that just contributed. Big up Joanna. Discipline your child. I'm not sure where we got to with that. Discipline your child. One parent will always be more present, and it's a fact. You agree with you 100%. They do, but it don't always work out. Some women, yeah, agree. It don't always work out, but you got to make the best out of a bad situation, and we can do that, okay? You know what? There's nothing wrong with being friends, but here's the key thing. Maintain respectful communication, establish clear boundaries. There is nothing wrong with being friends. Yeah, thank God for the most part. For the most part, not 100%, far from. But I have a good enough relationship with the mothers of my children. Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, I'm not gonna go deep, but for the most part. Yeah, just remember it's about the child, man. Just remember, heal and get over whatever you and that person had, and it's about the child. Prioritize the children's needs, guys. I'm gonna say, guys, for the most part, prioritize their needs. You know what I'm saying? Stick to the plan. And listen, bitter men, but I'm gonna say bitter women for the most part, ain't gonna help. It is not gonna help. You need to check yourself. Definitely need to check yourself. Use the children. Do not use the children as messengers. Again, who said this? I'm not sure. Never speak negatively about the other parent in front of the children, or let personal grievances dictate parenting decisions. Did you hear that? That's very, very, very important. Do not let personal grievances dictate parenting decisions. Do you know what? Whether one's not as active in the child's life, always include the other. Do not be bitter. Tell your child, go and call mommy, call daddy. Do not let them see that there's something that you have a problem with them. The problem's between you, the parents, not between the child. The child is innocent. Yeah? So remember that, guys. Please, 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 please. We're here to help establish and do better in life. Trust me, I love being a parent. But it makes it so much easier when we cooperate as parents, you know. It definitely does. And if you just joined us, it's a Let's Talk Radio podcast show. And today's topic is from love to bitterness and co-parenting. Yeah. Anyone can fill in. Anyone got any comments, please feel free. Remember, we're here each and every Sunday, 8 p.m. If we don't manage to get a show in on the Sunday, then we'll try and fill in on a Wednesday as we've done today. Okay. Any comments, guys, please welcome in all comments right now. And if you are not a parent as yet and planning to listen, I hope that it really works out. But if it don't, just remember it's all about the child. All right. Remember that, guys. How can parents shield their children from their own bitterness and conflicts? That's mad. As parents, how can you shield their own bitterness? Shield their children from their own bitterness and conflicts. Any answers there, guys? I'm going to go straight into it. Parents can create a stable and loving environment by not discussing disputes in front of children. Don't do it, guys. Do you know what's so crazy? Do you know one of the craziest things? And I have to talk from experience, right? I'm being real with you. Children will get big. Children will grow up. Children will become adults. And children will remember the good just as much they'll remember the bad. So what sense does it make in doing bad? It don't make no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. And I'm going to repeat that. We were once kids and now we're men. How many of you remember the crazy stuff that happened when your parents were together, and not even together, conversations or stuff your mom said about your dad or stuff that your dad said about your mom? How did it make you feel? And I guess what? I'm talking for experience. I can remember stuff that was done and said, not by my mom. I'm going to be real, because it wasn't by my mom. As young as 5, 6, 7, 8, I can remember the good. I can remember the bad. And there's a lot of things that I can't remember. I'm saying that to say this. Be careful what you say to your child. Be careful what you say in front of them, because they will grow up. And if it was a bad environment, listen, they're going to become men. And they might put it on you straight up. They remember what you did to mommy. Or I remember what you did to daddy. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah? Like, if you, the relationship that I have with my kids, is a nice one. It could always be better, but it's an awesome relationship. My oldest son, man, if you listen, big up JT, big up my big son, big up yourself. Man, it was like, you know, me and his mom, we were young parents, and I've always been the for the most part, the peacemaker, the peaceful guy in any relationship. And, you know, stuff didn't go certain ways, you know. The child was used. I wasn't able to have that bond that I wanted to, but the family, thank God for my mom, my brothers, my aunts, they managed to hold stuff together and support. And my son's like 18 this month, and he loves my side of the family to bits. He loves his dad. He loves his grandma. He loves his uncle to bits. And it's just because we never stopped. We showed love whenever, wherever, however we could. And today, me and my son talk every single day. And it's a blessing. Don't forget, boys to men, girls to women. Just don't forget that. I was told all my life that my dad didn't want me, and honestly, it didn't faze me until I met him. Explain a bit that. What do you mean when you say? Explain that for me, please, Val. It didn't faze you till you met him. So when you met him, how did you feel? And you know, I mean, I'm sorry to hear that you was told that. Do you think that was true? Because, you know, character speaks a lot as well. Because when, you know, if you're telling your child these bad things and they get to know their parent and it doesn't align, you're going to look bad. Bitterness. Do not be bitter. What are you saying, Jeff? What are you saying, Lav? You guys still with me? Joanna Shaw, everyone. What are you saying? Do you agree? Yeah? So parents can create a stable and loving environment by not discussing their debuts in front of children, seeking professional help to manage their emotions is a good thing, and focusing on the children's needs rather than their own conflicts. Straight up. Easy. Straight up. Straight up. Yeah, let me hear what you're saying, Val. Explain that part to me. How did it feel when, how did you feel being told that your pups didn't want to be a part of your life, and then you didn't care until you met him? After I met him, I noticed that it was true. Being a grown up now, I realized my mom was trying to protect me. Wow, that's deep. And you know what? I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't expect that answer. Honestly, didn't expect that answer. And I don't know. It's crazy. Like, people don't want nothing to do with their kids. There's some root to it and there's something, but at the end of the day, they didn't ask to be here, and you gotta try. I'm saying you gotta try. Drink done. Big up Rihanna if you're locked in with us. Next question, guys. How important is it to maintain a united front as parents, even when you're no longer a couple? How important is it to maintain a united front as parents, even when you are no longer together? So basically, how important is it to remain united? Listen, man. I love to know how my children's doing in school. Don't hold it back. Don't hold back their education. If your child is traveling, you're not together, let the other parent know, we be traveling, we're doing this. Do not let bitterness win. Bitterness never wins. It never wins. It never does. It never does. Forget that, man. Let your child encourage them. Your mom loves you. Your daddy loves you. Do not let bitterness win. Do not let it win. Do not let it win. Do not. It's not good. One of the biggest things in everything, relationships as well, is communication. Strategize including using neutral communication tools like email or co-parenting apps. I don't believe in that app nonsense. Who does that? Like, I got this one from the internet. It says using email co-parenting apps. I don't like the apps. You should be able to be at the stage where you can actually talk to each other. But this is what it says. Set regular meetings. 100% agree to discuss child-related issues and seeking mediation if necessary. What steps can parents take to ensure their personal feelings don't negatively impact their children's well-being? It's crucial to present a united front on parenting matters to provide consistency and security for their child, which helps them feel loved and supported by both parents. Parents can seek counseling, practice self-reflection. You hear that one? Self-reflection, that's a big one. That is a big one. That's something we don't do as often as we should. We should practice self-reflection. Look at the man in the mirror. Look at the woman in the mirror. What am I doing wrong? What can I do better? Yeah, self-reflection is a big thing, and that's a sign of growth and maturity. Definitely. I've looked over and said, there's certain things I could have done better as a parent. And once you realize that you do better, you do better, straight up. United front, 100%. United front. Yeah. But that's something we don't do. We like to blame each other for things without self-reflection. But definitely, guys, self-reflection is very important. For all my regular people that joins the show, does it look a bit more smoother? Because kind of did an upgrade to everything. And for me, it's running very smooth at the moment. Very, very smooth. Have you guys noticed anything? Do you know what? I hope I didn't jinx it, because it just seemed to have just paused and jittered. Did that happen? Did I jinx the whole thing? But yeah, if you notice it running a bit smooth, let me know, because I really did put in some work to upgrade everything. Yeah. Parents can seek counseling, practice self-reflection, and develop a support system to process their feelings separately from their parenting responsibilities. You always have to remember, guys, the children didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask to be here. So when they're here, you got to give them your best. You have to. You have to. Big up Raza, big up my realtor. I just logged in. Hope you're doing good. Big up Nicole if you're still with us. Like, you know, being bitter versus showing love. Being bitter versus showing love. Have you ever, someone's been horrible, mean to you, and you just killed them with, you didn't match the energy, killed them with kindness, and it just like, it's like they can't handle it. They don't know what to do with themselves. It's always definitely better to be kind. Trust me, try it. Big up Nicole, yeah, still with us. Listen, next question. How can parents manage their own emotional healing while still being present for their children? That's a mad one. That's who wants to hear the answer to that one. How can parents manage their own emotional healing while still being present for their children? Oh no. I hope you're not doing that now, Valerie. Seriously. I hope you're not doing that now. I hope you're too much of a good person. Too much of a good person to be crying over someone. I'm sorry. I know it was once love, but you're listen, you got something special that no one has. You know what I'm saying? You need to remember life is not now. Good. Glad to hear it. Remember life is so short. You just gotta find the best and do the best and be around the best. You know what I'm saying? Do not waste time or put energy into people that's not uplifting you. Do not put time and energy into those who ain't making you better. You know what I mean? Be around people that make you laugh, make you smile. Nicole, look, who can give Nicole some advice? She's being real and she's opening up. Love, if you're there. Value, if you're there. She's saying her wounds are fresh. This is why we're here. This is why we're here, people, to support our own. What advice would you give to Nicole? Need some time alone. Sometimes crying might help. Most definitely, half of me is still numb. Jeez. Numb in what sense though? When you say numb, Valerie, you're saying numb. Does that mean you're cold? And if you're cold, are you cold to people that don't deserve that numbness? Because if that's the case, then maybe you haven't healed. I mean, be wise. Be wiser, definitely. Identify things before they actually happen based on your past experience. I wouldn't say I'm numb, but I see things clearer and I act quicker. So I don't settle for nonsense no more. I'll give my all, and I deserve the same back. So I know my values. I know how good of a person I can be and how bad of a person I really can be. And if you got the best side of me and I'm giving my all and it's not being given back, then that's fine. It's fine, but I just won't be sticking around to give my all. So stick with people that's going to hold you at your best interest. And just remember as well, you have different people in your life for different things and situations. So don't think that someone that talks to you on the phone and gives you good encouragement over the phone can be there for you physically. Remember, that person's a good person to be spoken to over the phone. Don't go numb or disregard them because they can't physically be there. Know what they're good for. And once they're consistent in their good, you're good. Does that make sense? If that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. Honestly, Nicole, crying cleanses the soul, and after that cry, move forward for you and do what's good for you, because they were lessons and you are a blessing. Amen to that. Big up. I don't take anything out on anyone. I'm just numb to feeling towards anything to do with, oh gosh. I don't like that because I kind of got to know you. I know you're a good person. And I kind of sense the numbness, but your time will come, man. Seriously. Your time will come. Valerie, I'm speaking to. When you say you're numb to relationships, man, there's some good people out there. And when you see a good person, man, jump on it, because there's not as much. But when a good person comes your way, like I said, I say this every week, everything you chase isn't supposed to be caught. Yeah? And everything you catch isn't supposed to be chased. It's crazy because some good people might come your way and you might not be familiar with that kind of goodness, but it's good to hang on to it. It's good to make something of the good. Because trust me, there's a lot of people with bad intentions. And I don't know if you guys are Christians or religious, but you have to remember also, a third of God's angels were casted down. That's 1 in 3 people. That's a lot of people that's on the wrong side of life. So when you come across a good one, keep them close. Don't let them slip away. And if you let them slip away, you just gotta respect their decision. But try to keep them close. Let's see. And Nicole's saying she's coming out of a 10-year relationship or marriage with 2 young children. Co-parenting is a lot harder than I expected. It would be especially when people want to be spiteful. So you going through that, man. But trust me, your time will come and your healing will come. Definitely. I always say, good or bad, that all things are for a blessing. We may not see it in the moment, but it will be realized in the future. Yeah. So be grateful for the loss. Yeah, I agree with you there, love. I definitely do. There's a saying that when one door closes, 10 more doors open. So, love, you're on point with that. I agree, and that's something I stand by. Yes, in the moment it will hurt, but at the end of the day, be grateful for the loss because you learn from it. You won't see it right away, but down the line, you definitely, when you look back and you got a clear head, clear state of mind, you'll realize stuff. And the next time when it comes around, you know how to attack it and approach it. So thank you for that contribution, love. Really appreciate that. Jefflyn, she might be traumatized from her past. It might be a lot more difficult to seek good that's out there. It's I think, you know what? Healing will help that. And healing takes time. Definitely takes time. It definitely takes time. So I hear what you're saying, Jeff. But there's a way out, man. There definitely can't be like that forever. Every day we're getting older, our life's ticking away, and I just tell you with intention, do not let it keep you down. And if you just locked on, it's a Let's Talk Radio podcast show each and every Sunday at 8 p.m. right here, live and direct. If you happen to miss, or if I happen to miss, Sunday show, I can't make it, I'll try and be here on Wednesday for you guys. And this show, listen, we talk about anything, we learn from each other. And really, I'm learning from you guys just as much as you're learning from everyone else. So there's no wrong or there's no right. We're here to learn. We're here to do better. We're here to have fun. It's here to have fun. I got a lot of things in the pipeline, man. Look, you guys, man, do you guys share? How many of you guys shared this topic, tonight's topic? Because I was giving away something you guys really missed out. 100 views, So far we're at 34. If we got to 120 new subscribers, I was giving away something serious, real talk. I'm not even joking. Anyway, guys, how can parents manage their own emotional healing while still being present for their children? I'm going to say this one to Nicole. Here's your answer. Parents can manage their emotional healing by seeking therapy. You reached out to me. I appreciate that, Nicole. That means that, you trust my judgment. I give you the best advice I can. And I appreciate you reaching out to me personally. And look, here's your answer. Seek therapy. Engaging in self-care activities. Going to the gym. Getting a massage, pedicure, manicure. Upgrade yourself. Yeah. Setting aside time to process their emotions away from their children. Some of you might be hard. You might not have that support system. But time away from the kids says that helps. And they didn't list this, but I would say prayer. If you believe in prayer, show me a signal. I definitely do. I've learned that prayers, when you wake up in the morning and you pray, yeah, first thing when you get up and pray, for me, what it does for me, it's like it sets the pace for the day. It makes me with intentions want to do everything right and in a positive fashion. So any bad thoughts or stuff that might not seem right, I always remember I prayed that I do right. And it keeps me on track. It's like a conscience. Nope, don't do that. How you going to pray and then you're going to go and do this? Yeah? But if you go throughout the day and then pray later on, you might have made a few stuff without a conscience in your mind. But Definitely prayer keeps me on track first thing in the morning. And no, I don't go around telling, I pray for a lot of you guys, believe it or not. I really do. Honestly, I really 100% do. A lot of you guys right here, like, I pray every day for you guys. I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet or trying to boast or brag. It's just where it is. It works for me, because how you going to go on your knees and pray and do something stupid and mad? Your mind's just telling you, no, don't do it. When you pray, you know, you don't want to be a hypocrite. So it helps you with intention to do the right thing. Anyway, enough of that. Prayer definitely. Prayer definitely. Prayer definitely. What are the effective ways to establish new boundaries? Do you not read this one? Establish new boundaries with an ex-partner after a breakup. You hear that? What are effective ways to establish new boundaries with an ex-partner after a breakup? How can co-parenting handle? Yeah, I'm going to answer that one right away. Establish new boundaries might involve creating a co-parenting plan, discuss expectations openly, and possibly involving a mediator to help navigate the initial transition. Yeah. How can co-parents handle disagreements about child rearing without letting bitterness take over? That's a deep one. That is a very deep one. Co-parents can handle disagreements by focusing on the well-being of the children, being willing to compromise and keeping communication factual and rather than non-factual. Remember, it's all about the child. That's all you got to tie it back to. Is all about the child. It is all about the child. Yeah, so keep the facts. Don't tally back to what happened in the past, what you went through, who hurt who cheated on who. Forget all of that. That's done. That's history. Or her story. Now it's history. Move forward. Keep that forward motion. Keep that forward motion. Be able to compromise. Keep all communication factual. Not what ifs or supposing or if you did this. Keep it facts. Even writing down your feelings help. And look at this, Nicole. Writing down your feelings help any way that you can get it out that doesn't impact you. I wonder if we got any men here, because men get hurt as well. And so far, I appreciate everyone's comments. But for me being a guy, these comments, while they make sense, I think most of them make sense for women and they're more help women. As a guy, what helped me going to the gym really did help my mind off things. However, when I went home and I was by myself, my mind tripped. I ain't gonna lie. So I would say keeping busy. For the man them, keep busy. Definitely keep busy. Hang out. Meet people. I'm talking about females as well. Meet people. But at the same time, realize that, you know, the first person that you meet or interact with, don't go like, oh my gosh, I've met someone, the one or whatever. No. Keep friends around, male and female. Date. Go on dates. They definitely help get to know different people, different personalities, and establish the boundaries from the beginning. Nah, punching bag ain't doing nothing. I'm being real with you. Punching bag don't do nothing. That makes you more angry. You know, going to the gym, it upgrades your health, your physique, and you look better and you get your confidence back. My confidence was so gone, believe it or not. Thank God, you know, my brother, he was like, bro, come on, man. Bro, you're this, you know how, you know what I mean? My brother really pushed me. Big up to my brother, Justin. When I was going through my thing, he would really push me and say, nah, bro, come on, man. You're not that. You are this. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot going for yourself. You know, you're positive, you're a funny person. Like, come on, get yourself together. He encouraged me, man. Really true. So, yeah, thank you to my big bro. I doubt he's listening, but he might listen to the playback. So, thank you definitely to my big bro, because he really did help. Punch it back, nah. So what I did, I went to the gym. I upgraded my wardrobe. I hung out a lot. I tested myself because my confidence was gone. I tested myself. I went out and socialized. I spoke to people, and A lot of people appreciating me, how I was. Do you know what I'm saying? My genuinity, like if that's a word. Is it a word, guys? I don't know. Is that a word? But me being genuine, laughing and, talking business and whatever, I realized that I had qualities that people appreciate. If you stay at home and you stay by yourself, and you stay in a hole and in the dark, you're not going to know what you're worth or who appreciates you. You have to get yourself up, dust yourself out there and get back in the field and talk to people and build yourself back up. Do not stay at home in the dark. Do not stay in anything dark. Unfortunately, not talking about color or nothing, but when you keep yourself in the dark and secluded away, it doesn't help. It'll make you even more depressed, unfortunately. So test yourself. Go out there. Sell yourself, man. That's when I realized that, wait a second. Deshane, you was really down and out because of X, Y, and Z. Do you know how much people really appreciate you just for who you are and what you're about? And that's how I got myself back. I upgraded myself. I went out and I just, loved myself again. You know what I'm saying? To the point where I was able to be happy alone. When I say I like company, of course, I love I'm a sociable being, but if no one was around, I was still cool. I'll kick back, watch a movie, jump on the phone. After a while, I didn't need people around me no more. And that's what really helped. When you're stuck with the children all the time, or majority of the time, it's hard to go out even to meet new friends. Be careful when it comes to meeting new friends. Old friends is fine, perfectly fine. Another thing, Nicole, one of the things, find a solution, and I'm being real with you, and it might sound blunt. Instead of complaining, find a solution to it. When you pick up the phone and you speak to that friend, do not complain about what's going on. Do not do it. It might sound bad, it might sound terrible, but some people can't handle it. Some people's going through stuff themselves, and even people that has got themselves together, they don't want to hear negativity from you all the time. I'm not saying that's you, but just in case you're pouring your burdens on individuals. If someone asks you how you're doing, oh, it's terrible, I'm in this, I'm that. No, you're not helping yourself, and you definitely can push people away. Sorry to say, but we're human. Find the good in every situation, because there is good. There is. Just look for it. Speak to a positive person. Don't, yeah, I feel you got the kids all the time. It's rough, man. I can't even tell you what to do. I can't babysit, unfortunately, but yeah, you got to make the best out of a situation, every situation. You just have to find it. Listen to uplifting music. It's a form of therapy. That's from Joanna. Meet other moms and y'all. Do you know what, Val? Val, Nicole, you guys look. I think are we in the Virgin Islands? I know Nicole's in Florida. Val, you're in Florida. You got your business here. How about we, once a month, do a let's talk link up, and we go somewhere central and we all meet out, we hang out, we go bowling. Maybe even we can rent out a whole villa, kids involved. How does that sound? I like the sound of that. How about that? How about, hear this. An idea just came to my mind. How about I bring Let's Talk Radio podcast show to you? Mic, laptop, camera, and we set up somewhere, villa. Everyone here, we put our monies together and let's just talk. The good, the bad, the ugly. We do games. Listen, you need to do stuff out the box. Who will be interested in that? Let me know. I'm definitely down. So if you're down, let me know. I think that would be really good. Meet other mums, yeah. If you're down, show me a signal. If I can get at least 5 people to say, I'm down, I'm up for that, I'll make it happen by God's grace. West Palm Beach, but I'm down. Can we bring the kids? Yes, of course. That's what I said. Kids as well. We're going to do that. So Valerie's down. Who else is down? Live, you there? Jeffy, you there? Jeffy, I think you're in South Florida as well. I'm not trying to expose your location, but I think you're there. Live is central. I'm central. Let's do that, man. A big Let's Talk link up. Can you imagine us setting up a whole studio and look, just doing a big show? That would be crazy, man. That would be crazy. And small is good. Your circle's very small, but I appreciate the advice. Yeah, man. Small, there's nothing wrong with small. St. Port Lucie. Look at that. You see, we just established a connection. Nicole, Val, we all close. You know what I mean? Jeffy, you're here as well. Yeah, you see that? We're all about, man. Let's do this. Let's set a date. The kids, all of us, we're going to do something. I'll make it happen. You down, Jeff? Big up the Colts family. Down. Yeah, man. Big up the Colts family. Thank you for joining. I was wondering where you was. So yeah, we're gonna down. Are we down? Let me get a show of hands for everyone that's down. We're gonna set a date time. When the kids are out of school, maybe summer. Let's do it together. I'll go and grab mine, and yeah, let's do this. Real talk. And we'll do a whole show together. We can even do a little reality show, and that's crazy. That's mad. You see how things. Anyway, back to the topic. From love to business and co-parenting. Okay. What effective ways is that? I think I read that one. What advice would you give to someone struggling to co-parent with an ex-partner they resent? Deep. That's deep. That's very deep. It's important to remember that co-parenting is about the children's best interest. Seeking professional help, practicing empathy, and finding common ground can ease the process. Yeah. And listen, remember now, when you're broken up now, I don't care if it's fresh. You know what I mean? Yeah, when you freshly broke up, there's feelings involved still. But if she moves on and she finds a man, that's not your business. Not your business. Your business is the well-being of that child. I want to ask you guys a question. Does the guy does the mom or the dad have the right to know who their child's around, or who their ex is dating, if the child's going to be around them? And what are the boundaries? How much do they know? How much are they supposed to know? How much are they not supposed to know? I love my kids. I care about them. And for the most part, I don't necessarily want to know them, but I want to know what they're about. Most definitely, of course. Yeah. And I think as parents, we shouldn't bring our kids around, people that we're just dating. I respect a parent that holds back for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, however long. Unless you guys are really sure. Yeah, unless you're really sure. You understand? There's nothing wrong. Sometimes there's that instant connection where you just know this person's genuine. They could be a friend eventually. It could be anything, but they're genuine. And they're in capable hands. But if it's just a fling and you're just seeing it as a plaything, you're seeing it that way, don't just jump in there like that. Have a conversation. See where they are. See how they handle their kids and what they're doing. See if they're all over the place. Do you know what I mean? Definitely. But definitely, the connection has to be between you and that person for you to know. There's no wrong or right answer, but if you're one that's dating people, then don't do it until you're sure about the one. Be patient and just do your best and your part. Definitely a lot of sex offenders. You gotta be careful, man. You can't pedophiles, everything. You can't just trust anyone. You know what I mean? Get to know them. See what they're about, man. You know what I'm saying? You can tell. And then sometimes you can't. So just be careful. Just be careful, guys. Valerie says her son isn't allowed to go where his dad stays because he's always... see, that's instability. He's not stable. So yeah, I understand that. If it's always a new female, until he shows some kind of stability, I agree with you 100% there. But yeah, man. Yeah, just be careful. Use your discretion and know who you're dealing with. Know who you have around your kids. And definitely just be careful. Be careful. You know what I'm saying? Try and get to know someone's heart. try to get to know someone's heart. Listen, I'm so happy with my little 9 to 5 job because look what's going on in the world. P. Diddy, billionaire, in trouble. Allegedly, P. Diddy's doing a bunch of nonsense out there. Oh my gosh, allegedly dealing with next men. And he's a billionaire. I'm happy with him. You can do that billionaire stuff. I'm happy with my 9 to 5. You know, look at R. Kelly allegedly doing crazy stuff with kids and stuff. These are celebrities. Don't let no one buy you out or buy your family, man. Just be careful. All these guys allegedly doing crazy stuff. And they're billionaires. They can do what they want. But guess what? When you do wrong, it catches up with you straight up. It will catch up with you. I mean, I don't know. That's up to you guys if you want to do background checks. I don't think SHA necessarily means go to a police station, get their first, last name, date of birth, and run a check on them. I'm not sure if that's what you meant, SHA, or do you mean, check their social medias and do a little bit of research on them? She's got a valid point, definitely. Depends on how far you want to go with it, guys. But definitely, tonight's topic was all about how to deal with a breakup and then co-parenting within that breakup, because it's something that a lot of us go through. And for the fortunate ones that's been in their relationship from day one and got their kids, and kudos to you, big up yourself. But for most of us, things didn't work out. Remember karma as well. I'm sorry to say it, but karma is there. So remember, when you're doing stuff with people or two people, you don't want it to come back around and bite you. So just do the right thing. Do the right thing. Always do the best and the right thing, guys. All right. So yes, we're coming to the end of the show. And as we wrap up tonight's conversation, let's remember that the path from love to bitterness is not a one-way street. I repeat, the path from love to bitterness is not a one-way street. It's a winding road filled with opportunities for growth. Nicole, for growth. Understanding and healing. Co-parenting amidst such emotions is no small feat. Absolutely not. But it's a testament to the strength and the resilience of the human spirit. I'm telling you guys are strong and you guys can do it, okay? Let's carry forward the message that our children's well-being is the beacon that guides us through the fog of our own grievances. May we all find peace, forgiveness, and a renewed sense of purpose as we move forward. It's always about moving forward, guys. Not just as parents, but as individuals. Tonight, I'd like to thank you guys for joining me tonight on this show. And until next time, let's continue to nurture with compassion, both for ourselves and those we share and dance with, and who means the most to us. So on that note, I'm going to say good night. Stay blessed. Tune into the next show next Sunday, every Sunday, 8 p.m. right here. Let's Talk Radio and Podcast Show. I'm going to leave the comment box open if you have any questions. If you have a topic you would like to discuss, please feel free to ask them. And, good night. Stay blessed. Peace. Signing out. You